Hello there, I'm Alboido, and welcome back to From the Depths. In this episode I'm going to just quickly demo a thing I've been working on. So here is my Type 23 frigate. This is quite an old build. It's probably the second or third build I made, and it's pretty detailed, based off the British Type 23, named after the HMS Iron Duke. Some people played it, some haven't. It's, you know, not a lot has changed with it. So, I don't know, I'll do a quick walkthrough for those who haven't seen it. At the front we have a little gun here, little Mark 5 gun, doesn't do a lot, but it works. We have our Astral missiles, they're quite simple. They have your little thruster, few fins, some fuel tanks, then an explosive and a frag warhead to take out aircraft and anything else. Some harpoon missiles for anti-ship. They're meant to travel long distance and wreck everything. Along here we've got some small guns, aesthetics. We have a laser mounted for air operations, and some lovely torpedoes, which are pretty big, pretty damn big. And yeah, the ship itself, very detailed. Lots of little features. Got your escape boats, got your radar, got your smokestacks that actually don't have smoke, unusually. And yeah, you've got your bridge up here. This is set up for a nice little bridge. Looks good. AIs are up in the command center here, and down here you'll see that it's pretty much all walkable. As we go down into lower decks, it's quite basic walkability. As I was still new to the game and it was the first big build I did beyond the daring. So, you know, you got a couple of repair rooms, got your engine bay along here. Then through here we go into the laser suite there. The laser power comes on. That took out a bit of my midriff, but worth it. A few more little airtight rooms, and then we're at the rear end of the ship just here. Below that we have some more laser power, more laser setup. You got your rear magazine, which I'll probably pop that down like this. Just so you guys can all see it. So there's the ship. In here we have our little laser pit you just saw, and all the fuel. Then we've got the rear magazine, heavily armed up, very large. Then we've got a little engine bay here. We saw there's two engine sets, one upper, one lower, one specifically mainly for lasers and one as part of the ship. This is split into two engine bays and will be reworked because it's not very effective. Moving on, we then have the forward ammo barrels. We have the mid ammo barrels. That's based just in that gap there underneath the forward lambs, but underneath the laser turrets. I'll point that out later. The forward fuel, because more fuel. Then we have the forward magazine, that's underneath the main bridge here. And moving swiftly on, we can close this all down as then we're into the bow of the ship. Here all you have is laser components, not laser components, my bad. The missile bays, so pretty big. And the gun turret, there's not a lot, empty space really. I recently took out ammo bay here because it was a big weak spot. No one wants that. So yeah, that's been taken out. So that's the ship itself. Now, as it drops in, well, it's also got a bulbous bow. That is nothing, but it looks pretty damn good. I'm pretty chuffed with how it turned out. So, and this bow, I think this is the 5th attempt at a bow. I was quite happy with it. So, let's go back into build mode because that's pretty nice to work with. Less physics to get in the way, and we can get nicer frame rate. Alright, so new additions. We have anti-laser smoke. That's a new thing added in lately to the game. Lasers previously could release, well, they could harm everything. I mean, they were invulnerable. you just had to have good armour. Now you can have smoke that can block them off a little bit of time. And yeah, I've got a couple of launchers here on the Asters, so that's very vulnerable. Just up here we have predominantly laser missile defense. That will be reworked to be a bit more realistic and look better. But right now there's not a lot I can really do about it. It's just kind of there. But it will get reworked. More smoke deployers. Just along here, protecting our mainframe. On here we've got a few these are laser detectors just there, and that's a and that's a missile detector. So that's one sensor array, and up here we have the main, which should be able to spot a 360-degree field of trouble. Other than that, one key addition which I was skeptical about was the laser turrets, but they are very good for AA, and I mean I couldn't fit a small effective turret in there. The ones before were hideous, and I think these look a little bit nicer. They fit this style of ship a little bit better. Until the custom cannons are added in, they're going to have to stay like that. Back here we've got a couple bits of extra smoke, just added in for a little bit more protection. In the rear of the ship, nothing's been done. I'm going to add a spawner for my little Lynx helicopter eventually. Other than that, one more addition that I've added in is ejectors. Now that's a new function. New feature, they eject missiles a lot faster. That's it. Just instead of launching on their own will, they now get propelled out quite a lot faster, and that's quite good in these ones. The missiles here do it too. You can't really see because it's a mess down there. That'll get cleaned up eventually, but they launch the missile 4 times faster than they normally would be, so that makes it a lot more effective against air targets. So that's the Iron Duke, the new update for it. It's pretty much everything you see there. And yeah, so because it's quite a big one, I'm going to quickly pause the recording, remove the cam from the recording because that, you know, there's no need in seeing that. Then I'll just play it out with a little match-up against a ship I recently saw on the workshop called the Arleigh Burke class, which is a missile-guided destroyer made by the Yanks, of course, and that's got a lot more rockets. It's quite nice and it's pretty tasty. It's what motivated me to add in the lambs and the smoke, so it's been pretty good. On top of that, I'm currently working on a new Type 45 after my HMS Staring got wrecked. Nothing much on it right now, just a frame off the shell, but it's look pretty good. For reference, here's my HMS Staring, and you'll see how rapidly different it is. How rapidly different the new one will be. So yeah, that's my current HMS Staring. A lot smaller. And yeah, it's fading now, but I think you can see a size difference. So the new ship would be 2 times as big as that one, which I think should be pretty damn good. Anyway, on to the bit that I think would definitely make this video a bit more interesting. The little battle of the Type 23 frigate and the Arleigh Burke. When I build a Type 45 you'll see a little conflict of them. Hopefully I'll have a rig by then so we can have a proper commentated battle. But instead I'll just leave it to play out of 2 ships. Okay, let's get on to that. Okay, and for the sake of brevity, I'm just going to continue the video from here. And yes, let's just spawn in our lovely little Iron Duke. My favourite, of course. And a little bit closer. Over here, we shall spawn in the Arleigh Burke class destroyer. So I really should have turned the cam off for this, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's see how well they do get out. I'll keep silent, maybe, but let's check it out. Both are hostile, so you know there's no shenanigans. And immediately we see the lambs of both are kicking off, creating what can only be called the greatest performance ever. On a whole load of lag. You see the smoke over there coming out. Trying to prevent the laser turrets off the Type 23 from hitting. And so we struggle through the lag. The Arleigh Burke has lost a magazine. That's normally quite a dangerous blow for it. We'll have a little peek in at the damage. See there. Let's just blow the hole clean through it. The op from here has been damaged. Missiles coming in. So look at the Type 23. Type 23 is taking a bit of a beating. That's the rowing spot. It's a good shot in there, can take out the AI. However, not a great deal of damage. Apart from here, where it appears to be trying to knock the bow off. And the Arleigh Burke is taking a lot of damage here. Some missiles are just cutting straight through. It's quite an odd one because the Ollie Burke, when you look at it on the Burks, has all of these rockets here. The dual laser, the torpedoes, a shit ton more rockets, and a much bigger gun. And it generally looks very sleek and smooth, but because of that one main magazine, if that thing goes, currently the entire thing is pretty much knocked out. And, you know, that's not good. That's the main Achilles heel. That magazine, one penetration, whole thing is pretty much tanked. I think it only has about 800 munitions now. Type 23's got a similar problem with their forward. Oof, those missiles are not allowing it to have a lot of fun. Oh, that's not pretty. So I think this goes for the Type 23. With this battle, it's normally, if the Type 23 takes a big enough hit here, the Ollie Book normally likes doing that, and penetrates here, it goes straight in here and knock out this line of missiles. In this case, the Ollie Book could be on top. Its only weakness is that one magazine. As you see here, that magazine also is in the centre of mass where missiles will target. So if it's going to get hit anywhere, it's going to get hit in probably the worst spot to get hit. This could do with some improvement. So yeah, that's, I mean, it's a beautiful ship, I like it. That one weak spot, it catches me by surprise normally. This gun, always firing. It's a trooper of a gun. I think, yeah, that's one thing he could do to improve. Put that gun on a precision mounting. I mean, if you look here, you've got plenty of room to put in an under deck gun and make it a lot more powerful. That's one thing that can be done to improve. starting to think this might split. One more thing I've noticed, there's a lot of block work. Don't know why, but actually, yeah, some places there's blocks, but it doesn't need to be. But design choice, I guess. Just going to a little panoramic. I always love seeing that. Every time that torpedo fires out. And I think that's all I saw she wrote. And yeah, that's definitely not going to split. Anyway, I'll call that all for now. So yeah. Let's just save. That's definitely in the hands of the Type 23. Let's call it to a cutaway. Okay then, and that was a little demo of my update for the Type 23 HMS Iron Duke. I hope you enjoyed that. That was a little blitz against the Hollywood as well. I really like that ship. The only problem I have with it is the magazine. Like we saw, one lucky missile got in there, took it out, and the ship was, it had nothing. If the creator updates that, breaks apart the magazine a bit, spreads it out, then that ship would be very lethal. I mean, literally, before I added any anti-missile system to the Type 23, it would just get torn apart by that. But as soon as the missiles started to connect, it did a lot better. But yeah, so I hope that it's a bit more informative than just a simple post on the Type 23. And now for the last minute, a little quick demo of my new ship, the Northampton. It's very much work in progress, but you can see it starting to take shape. Got a nice little race bar along here. It sits quite well. Bit of a new design for me, as it's very flat. Got the tri-mounts here, 2 forward, 1 to the back. Got our little propellers down here, and we have 8 little cannons here. It's pretty effective right now. They're light, simple and effective. But yeah, I've got a little hanger here, and it's very much work in progress, and there's a long way to go on it. next stage is in here. I've started a little bit of, splitting up the different components, but I need to add a lot more watertight components to it, watertight compartments to make it combat worthy. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. Right now it's bare bones for the simple fact that I need to make it for a strict set of rules, and that rule book is laid out by 7th Fleet for his upcoming mid-ray competition, where I plan on entering this in a much more complete state. Limit is 10k blocks. I'm doing pretty well, 1.5 to go. I think I can maybe fit it in for that. And yeah, hopefully this should be pretty good entry. I'll probably keep the lid on it for a little while until then. But yeah, if you're interested in this, then definitely check out 7th Fleet. I'm subscribed to him and I like the videos. He shouldn't be too difficult to find. He does a very good Let's Play, and yeah, in about a week or so, look out for his mid-ray competition where hopefully this ship will do well. Anyway, I've been Elbordo. Thank you very much for watching. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you next time.